What's up, everybody? Noah is back here for my review of the Jane Mysteries Inheritance Lost. Singer Jane Da Silva inherits the Family Foundation, which is a non-profit detective agency that helps people who aren't able to help themselves. Jane's Aunt Sadie and Detective John Cameron act as her mentors as she takes on her first case surrounding a mother's untimely death years before. As Jane investigates a multi-level marketing company that took advantage of her client's fragile mom, she realizes that digging up the past can be dangerous. This one stars Jodie Sweetin and Stephen Huser. I believe that's how you say his last name. I enjoy Jodie Sweetin as an actress. I, of course, grew up with her as Stephanie Tanner on Full House and in Fuller House. I enjoy her Hallmark films. I even enjoyed her Christmas film on Lifetime last year. The Jane Mysteries Inheritance Lost is a bit of a disappointment. The main issue here is that they don't build this mystery up as well or as intriguing as they should, and the climax at the very end of the film is very anticlimactic and underwhelming. While Jodie Sweetin is very good in this film, as is Stephen Huser, I'm not going to say that this is a film I highly recommend you see, mainly due to the script. The script mainly focuses on Jane, which is a very intriguing way to go about it, because mostly, in a lot of the scenes, we get, say, our female lead and the male detective who is right there together the whole time, solving the mystery together. Instead, Jane does it mostly all by herself, and I'm gonna give them credit for that one, because I enjoyed that aspect of this story. Not focusing too heavily on our male detective, we do get some scenes with him, but he's kind of just thrown to the wayside in here to make way for our lead Jane. And I will give the movie that. I enjoyed her character a lot. Making her the overall focus of this film is what you need to do, and that's what Hallmark needs to do. Aurora Teagarden was a very intriguing character. We got to see her a lot, but when we got to know each guy, when we got to know each guy she was dating or intrigued with or eventually dated and married, they were mainly there with her the whole time. What they did here with Jane is they really focus on her as a character and build her character up. We know she's a singer, a fantastic singer. Jodie Sweetin has an amazing voice. But you don't do much else with our sub-characters. We do get to know Sadie a little bit. We don't get to know Detective John Cameron as much as we should to make him an intriguing character. You start to build this romance towards the very tail end, and I will give them this. There's good on-screen romantic chemistry in this film between Jodie and Stephen. However, the script is the issue. You don't build up each suspect as much as you should. You don't get me interested in who is the actual killer because you're not focusing enough on each specific person. You speak to somebody, and okay, they're possibly a suspect. You don't go into a motive. You don't do any connect or enough connections to make me care. Jane Da Silva puts on wigs in this film for reasons that are not needed. They are not needed in this film, and the wigs just look awful. They look awful. They're bad wigs. The makeup isn't awful, but the wigs are just unneeded and unnecessary in this film. You could have had her stay that same exact way because most of those people didn't even know who she was in the first place. If they knew who she was, a wig is not going to help. I'm talking very negatively about this film because it's a very frustrating film. We've gotten tremendous, and I mean tremendous, mystery movies from Hallmark Movies and Mystery this year. This year, already, we have gotten Curious Caterers. Let me look at all those here. We got Curious Caterer Mysteries Grilling Season, Family History Mysteries Buried Past, and The Cases of Mystery Lane. All three of those are very, very good, and this one could have been the best of the bunch. Starting a new franchise off like this for me is not all that exciting. Next week we do have Carrot Cake Murder, a Hannah Swenson mystery, and I will be watching all of those leading up to that one. Maybe give you reviews after I review that new one. Then we have the Dancing Detective, A Deadly Tango with Lacey Chabert and Will Kemp, and a Aurora Teagarden Mysteries, Something New, a prequel to that series. I'm looking forward to all three of those. This was one I was very intrigued with because I love Jodie Sweetin, but the script here was the issue, and the anticlimactic climax is something you don't want. When you're looking forward to seeing how this ends up, how does our main protagonist find out who did this? Why did they do this? And how are they going to confront them? The way that they did this was so anticlimactic and underwhelming and too quick. It just felt underwhelming. That's all I can say. It's a very underwhelming film. It's very well shot. I enjoyed the costume design. Jodie Sweetin and Steven are very, very good, especially Jodie. Fantastic singing. The wigs were awful and unnecessary, but the overall issue here is the climax, which is going to completely suck out any excitement that you have to see what's going to happen. In other Hallmark mysteries, you get a action scene, you get a battle. Instead, it's like 30 seconds. 30, 45 seconds to a minute tops. I'm going to give the that's next week. The Hannah Swenson mystery is next week. The Jane Mysteries Inheritance Lost, a C minus. I'm going to give this one a C minus. This could go up to a C, but it's between a C to a C minus. 2.5 out of 5 for me. Very underwhelming. I wanted more from this one. Let's see how Carrot Cake Murder, a Hannah Swenson mystery, goes next week. And then we have Lacey Chabert in The Dancing Detective, A Deadly Tango, and Aurora Teagarden Mysteries, Something New. I will see you guys next time for my review of the new Hallmark Channel film, Dream Moms. And I will see you guys next time.